Hello. Hi. Wow, Sherry.
Hi, everybody.
Sherry's probably doing her hair. She's always
Dress up Friday.
Yes.
I'm here.
Hi.
Where are you? I see you,
here.
Sherry. You've disappeared.
Oh, how much
You're
you
there?
disappeared?
Hi.
Yeah, you've got to press your the button to make you appear. You know, the magic like a genie in a lamp.
Well, I'm look.
It looks like a camera, and then you just appear like magic.
Where have you got
Your
those bloody guinea pigs? Oh, thank God.
Hooray!
Oh, no, she's... I thought the
Oh.
guinea pigs had got you, Sherry.
Am I on? Am I
Yes,
there?
darling. Yes, darling.
Love the hair.
It was. The guinea pigs were biting my feet.
I knew it. I knew it.
Oh.
Yeah, I know.
Dress up
And
Friday.
dress up Friday.
So naughty.
Look.
Oh.
And that is the
Beautiful.
top.
Oh.
What have you
See?
got?
Have you noticed that I'm flashing?
Oh,
You are.
Oh, lovely.
As usual.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Only
very
flashing in
you,
a very...
Harriet.
Yeah. What, darling?
In a very
That's very
demure
you.
way.
Yeah, I'm not paid
Flash
enough to
your
do
top.
anything else. I can't... If I was paid decent money, I'd flash something else. But
No,
not
no, it's
like
very lovely, darling.
Not
You
on
look
this
lovely.
show. You won't. So you definitely won't be doing it on this show.
No, dear.
Definitely.
No, I know. That's what I mean.
That's very true.
Can I just say how amazing the National Health were last night? Again.
Oh.
Again. Wasn't it just
Incredible.
beautiful? Yeah.
It was fabulous.
Just
And I
wonderful.
loved what you did, Harriet. It was wonderful.
Oh, thank you.
It
It was
was.
just
Yeah,
having
so
somebody
great.
play music like that was just
Oh.
beautiful.
It was
does-
really
it's
gorgeous.
Very
And
emotional, it makes
I actually,
you cry.
Did you?
Really makes you cry.
it
doesn't
is.
Did
It
it
was
with you,
really
Dee?
beautiful. And I thought I'd represent all the people self-isolating,
Oh.
alone, home alone. And so
Very
I just
good.
sat all by
You did.
myself.
You did it brilliantly.
It was
Really
gorgeous. Very
Oh,
moving.
thank you.
And I became a bit of a pillock because
What?
I was.
What?
No, never.
I felt like a pillock because I was clapping by myself and the camera was up here and I thought I don't want to see my face, I want to see them, you know, and I didn't feel that comfortable because where we live, and I say this to my neighbour Natalie, I just spoke to her just before we came on air and she said we should go outside by the bins and do something. So we've made a decision, so I won't have to sit there like some sad person clapping just all on my own in front of the television set because I couldn't hear any other clapping around us. What did you do, Sherry? Did you have an interesting clap? If you use the expression.
Excuse. What is your excuse?
I went outside, okay,
Yeah.
and I clapped with
Yes.
everybody,
Yeah.
but I didn't know how to take a picture of me clapping with one hand.
That's hard.
So I waited till they'd all gone in, and I have a very large bush at
Sorry?
the side of my house.
No, you can't say that
A large
I
one.
about your bush. About
It's
your bush,
enormous,
darling.
absolutely enormous. And so I thought, I'll balance my phone on my bush. So I went up and I tried to balance it, and it slid. And instead of leaving it to go inside the bush, I put my hand inside and went in the bush.
No.
And disappeared completely, scraped all my arm, the same arm that the guinea pigs have bitten. And I couldn't get out the bush. And the neighbour from my he said, I can't touch you. Shall I pick you up by your feet? I went, no, just get out my own bush, thank you, on my own. And I did eventually get out of my bush, but I was a mess.
Do you know what they say though, Sherry?
What?
A bird in the hand is worth two in the bush.
Yes, she didn't have it. She didn't have either. Sherry, you
My
know what
mother
I
used to
think has
say that.
happened? I think those guinea pigs have talked to the squirrels, and it's a sabotage.
Maybe.
And that's why. Yeah.
Something was pulling me into that bush, Harriet.
Thank
You're
you. Thank you.
absolutely right. I could feel
Yeah.
myself.
Yeah,
I
around
sense
me.
were.
it. Yeah, definitely.
You're right.
But do you know what?
What?
I have to say, joking apart, wasn't that amazing, that video of the NHS, all of the amazing NHS workers all dancing to their favourite music.
Yes.
And it just, I mean,
God.
music is the thing, isn't it? It's just, you know, and I was playing some of my music last night. I was just playing things that I was, you know, brought up on, like Motown, dare I say, and my mum's favourite, Frank Sinatra. I mean, it's so uplifting and it's so good to go back, to have time, isn't it, to do that?
Oh
And
yeah.
I think we should
Definitely.
all. I wonder what everyone's
Absolutely.
favorite. What's your favorite, Harriet? Your favorite music?
Going back to my teens, I
Yeah.
think it has to be James Taylor. And
Oh,
James Taylor and Carole King and that whole era. I just, in the 70s, I just
Best.
loved him.
I love
The
it all. I
best.
love Motown, and I loved, but I was watching a documentary about Doris Day yesterday.
Yeah.
And it was so lovely. It was about Rock Hudson, actually, who I adored. And of course, all her music came up, all those
Beautiful.
wonderful films she made, Pillow Talk particularly. And it really was so warming and so lovely to hear, and brings back so many memories of sitting as a kid watching all of it. And I can't, it just made me feel good. Made me feel so good.
Yeah, and you know what? I heard that they're re-releasing Vera Lynn's "We'll Meet Again" at the weekend.
Of course.
Isn't that fabulous?
Yeah.
The voice of the nation, like you, Sherry.
Yeah.
Exactly. Well, you see, as it's Family Friday,
Yeah.
Yes.
I would like to say that my favourite musical artist is more contemporary than you, because you're all in the past and I am in the present.
Oh,
Right. Glad you didn't
Yeah,
say
I'm
old.
sorry about that, but I'm just a hip kid, really hip
Yeah.
kid. But it just in
Okay.
Family Friday that my lovely daughter Ciara Janson is actually married to Måns Zelmerlöw, he won Eurovision
Of
for
course,
Sweden in
Eurovision.
2015 or
He did.
16, and he's a
Wow.
fantastic artist, and I love all. And it's lovely when we go around to their home, because when I'm allowed out.
Oh,
Because they're there. Have they arrived?
Oh my God!
hi.
My family is here.
Hello.
Hi,
How are we?
Ciara.
Good.
guys. Miss you.
All the better for seeing you.
So good to see you, Ciara. I haven't seen you since I don't know when, and you're
I know.
even more beautiful than you were. You're gorgeous. So, and Keely sends her love to you.
Oh, please send it back. I haven't seen it. For
I will, darling. So good to see you, and your beautiful husband, of course. Of course.
Happy
I tell you what, we were talking about everything that's happening to us all, which is none of us can take on board at all. It's the most extraordinary world we're all living in. Mons, we were talking about this country, but what is happening in Sweden? Is it the same, or is it?
You've opened a can of worms, Sherry.
It's quite hard to be a Swede in Britain right now, because Sweden are doing everything completely differently, obviously, and everything is people are sitting
Really?
at restaurants, gathering.
No more than, what is it? What's the ban on
No
gathering?
more than 49 people together. So
Wow.
it's quite different, and well, as of yet, we don't know if that is really the right way to go, because the death toll and the people who get infected it's still rising quite quickly.
Can I ask you something? Is it hard because you're I was thinking double lockdown. You're locked down here, and you're also now locked out of your country as well.
I am indeed, but I thought it was quite tough the first week. I'm so used to traveling all the time, as Ciara knows and appreciates. But so yeah, it's quite a strange thing. But it took a week, and then I started liking it, and now I really love it. Now I kind of the end.
Good.
Ciara, I have to ask you something. Ciara, I have to ask you something very important. It's very serious, obviously, and you know how much I love your mother. But I understand she enforced child labour on you, and you started doing voiceovers when you were 2. Do you have any bitterness there?
Do you know what? I really don't. It's just the best.
I know.
No, and I wish I could say that I did. So much so that my eldest son Archie, who's 5. Maybe it was the same thing with my mum. Maybe she saw like a similar thing, because Archie is so brilliant at impersonating things. He's got amazing intonation. So I'm like, right, we need to get him a voiceover reel. Now I'm just being my mother. I'm just doing
That is brilliant. Brilliant.
That's so wonderful.
Oh wow! And Måns, I'm so impressed with your amazing Eurovision. I mean, I was so excited about that when I learned it was you, and I've been looking at your millions of views, and I want, what do you feel? What did you feel when you won? What was it like being in front of millions of people with music, the power of music?
The thing is that we have the selection show in Sweden is called Melodifestivalen, and it's so massive in Sweden. It's bigger than Eurovision itself. It's over 6 weeks, and half the population is watching, and it takes place in like big stadiums with 40,000 people.
Brilliant.
Wow.
Wow.
So Eurovision itself wasn't that. Well, it was for me. I've always dreamt of being part of it, and it was incredible to be there, and it was such an amazing stepping stone as well. I've gotten to do European tours afterwards and everything, and I remember that night sitting on the stage, having won, thinking that my friends, my family were going to be quite.
Oh, amazing! And people say that you're their hero, and that you're an inspiration and a role model, and all those heroes. Is that right?
I was going to say, what does Ciara think about that?
Yes, Ciara thing.
No.
And Måns,
Yes?
would you like to? I mean, I know this is a terrible thing to ask, and you have to only do it if you really feel comfortable. Although we want you to, right? So you have to. But would you sing for us?
Hashtag no choice.
Please.
Well, yes, of course. I mean,
Thank you.
happens to. I just happen to have a guitar here.
Of course you do. Yay!
You have a guitar.
So I released an album in October last year, and one of the songs is for our son, Albie. And
Where is he? Where is Albie?
he is somewhere in the other garden, I think.
He's very naked. I'll go and get him in a minute.
He's
Quite
very
right.
naked. We're trying to make him a nature child, so he's just running around naked all the time, and like it's dirty.
Oh,
Yeah, I like it.
that's
All
lovely.
right, so this is Grow Up to Be You then. All right, you ready?
Yes.
I don't want you growing up to be me, giving everything to chase my dreams. You don't have to worry yet. I can hold you close when she throws away your teenage heart. When you pass the test but crash the car. Big boys have to cry sometimes. It's okay if you do. When you need me, I'm here. Just gonna love you the best that I can. And when you call me 4 a.m., I'll be there. I'll be right there. So go and tear this world apart, 'cause I know you'll do it with your mama's heart. All that I ask is don't grow up to be me. Grow up to be you. I know I'll catch you stealing liquor from me, 'cause I remember doing the same at 16. Wake you on the bathroom floor, make sure you're all right, 'cause when you need me, I'm here. When you get in trouble, I'll steer you clear. When you call me for a lift home, I'll be there. I'll be right there. So go and tear this world apart, 'cause I know you'll do it with your mama's heart. All that I ask is don't grow up to be me. Grow up to be you. And if you get lost among the stars, don't forget you've always got your mama's heart. Now I don't want to push you, whatever you do, grow up to be you. Should I keep on going?
Yeah.
Yeah. Wonderful.
Rhymes and awful things, but you should try to find your own in everything. Take your time, there's no rush to go. So go and tear this world apart, 'cause I know you'll do it with your mama's heart. And all that I ask is don't go up to be me, go up to be you.
Wow.
Beautiful.
Don't forget you always got your mama's side. Now I don't want to push you, whatever you do, go up to be you.
Oh, I love it.
I don't want to push you, whatever you do, go up to be you.
Wow.
Bravo.
Quite emotional. It's quite emotional.
Beautiful
Isn't it?
song.
It's such a lovely, lovely song. And I remember, because Albie was born in Sweden, you were brave enough, Ciara, to have a child in Sweden, weren't you?
I don't know how. I have no idea how, but yes, we did.
Oh.
We had him in Sweden.
That is a
Beautiful.
very
He was
beautiful
not
song,
getting
Mum.
home to England because like
Thank you.
he wasn't a citizen of neither Sweden nor England for like a couple of months. So we had no idea how to get home.
How long were we there? We were stuck in Sweden for
4 months.
Yeah. I mean, it was lovely. It was amazing. But
It was good.
The sentiments are so profound and so beautiful because you do want your children to fly under their own steam. And I just think it's really poignant and so important as a message.
It is.
Yeah, it's one of my favourite songs. It's so lovely, and I feel so weird that I can't be with you guys. They keep dropping off cocktails outside my door.
What?
Really?
What?
Yeah,
Cocktails?
What?
Tell everybody about the cocktails that you've got.
oh, he's a local friend of ours, and he's got a company called Social Mix, and he makes wonderful cocktails, and usually he does them at parties and things like this. But he's just going around and delivering cocktails to everybody locally at the moment and just leaving them on the doorstep, and they are just so wonderful. And so I dropped my mummy off her very own, your Wonderbirds show cocktail that he's made just for you guys.
For all of us?
And is there alcohol in it, Ciara?
There's quite a lot
Is
of
there
that.
alcohol in it, or is it like a non-alcoholic one?
It's,
What kind of cocktails have you had, Sherry?
I'm just saying.
Hashtag denial.
So, will they be outside our door now?
Oh, you
We go and have a look.
over to you, mummy. What are you going to do about this?
Well, no, sorry, but he has brought them to you, but I've got them all. But we'll talk about that later. I needed to ask Ciara, because I don't know if you want to show Albie. Do you want to show us Albie? Is he around because I miss him, or is he running around naked? You can't show him naked, obviously, because it's not one of those programs.
No, thanks. I can. I'll go and get him. But he must. I don't know what he looks like, but I will make sure he's got a nappy on.
Please do.
No, I will. Don't worry.
I just also want, why we've got this moment is to remind everyone on Monday, we have Tom Reed Wilson joining us.
Oh, yes.
And he's gorgeous.
Do you know who he is, Måns?
No.
Måns? You have to explain to Måns who he is.
He is the most sophisticated, witty, intelligent, brilliant gentleman.
He's a presenter.
He's a presenter,
Måns,
but he
yes.
trained at the Royal Academy of Music and has the most beautiful singing voice. And he is a presenter on many, many different shows.
Very
And he also does a wonderful thing called Word of the Day. And
he boy.
Yes.
Can you say hi?
Oh,
About that.
Say hey,
How lovely. Hi.
it's more interesting.
Hi.
how old is he, Ciara?
He'll be 2 in May.
Oh,
Gosh, that's gone quickly.
He's got the most beautiful piercing blue eyes, and we
Just
both
like
have,
us.
honestly, he's this anomaly
Yes.
child.
Oh, he's gorgeous.
We swapped him.
Absolutely. Oh, cuddles.
I think he looks like your mother. Måns, I must ask you actually, just out of interest. Sorry to go back to the what's going on at the moment. What is your father's a doctor? What does he think about what's going on?
Well, they're living life pretty much like normal, but my father has always been like, when I was sick as a child, he was always like, nah, you're fine, and that is pretty much the way they're living right now as well.
Yeah.
It'll pass. It's nothing.
Come here.
So and that is the view of many Swedes, and we have a lot of fights about this.
Who?
You and I.
You fight? You two? Do you really?
Absolutely not.
No.
It's very apprehensive about Corona.
I'm an absolute hypochondriac. It's really bad. I'm really, it's like health anxiety for me is so huge. And I'm with a man who is, oh my God, I have to show you this. Albie, come here. He's found my lipstick and he's put it.
Quite right, Albie.
Yes.
Lovely.
Are you
Perfect.
sure he's not a little girl?
I think I'm trying desperately.
Oh.
Gorgeous. That is so gorgeous.
Here, you take
Wonderful.
it. You take it.
But there's nothing wrong with being worried, Ciara, because the thing is, you know, we're all in this together, and we're all scared and we're all anxious and we're all hurting because, you know, I can't see Keely or the children or my brother who's ill, and you're quite right to be worried, to be honest.
Yeah.
You know, we have to be careful now, particularly in the next 2 weeks. You know, we're nearly at 1,000 a day dying, so we've got to really be very, very careful. But
Are you all on your own? Or Harriet, you're
Yeah.
not on your own, are you?
No, darling, my adult children, as I've said, who socially isolate from me 24/7. But
In the
you
same
know,
house.
hey, no change there. No change there.
In the same house.
But you're right to be anxious, because it is important, and it would be insane not to be. I think I realise is because we felt all that, which is why we started Wonderbirds, because it was that angst, and then we were alone, essentially, and that's how this kind of evolved, didn't it, Debbie?
yeah, that's why this
We
came
were all
about.
sitting. I
Absolutely.
literally just rang on the phone to Dee, and then we rang Sherry, and then we rang Harriet, and then kind of what emerged was so lovely. And when we stopped talking, I thought, why can't we just take this out there? And then we've had some fantastic guests, and you know, I wanted to bring, you know, we have Family Fridays, and last week, who was on last week? Oh, Bob Barrett from Holby City came on with his daughter.
he
and
was
it was so
fabulous.
lovely. And we thought, we'd do Family Friday, and I thought, well, I got to bring my family on because I haven't seen you guys. It feels so weird
And
to
there
just
you are.
see you in the garden, Ciara.
No, it's so weird. I mean,
Yeah.
we speak to each other about, 900,000 times a day, don't we, Mummy? So
Yeah.
Lucky you, but I'm not bitter.
But
Yeah,
talking on the phone is not the same as hugging, is it?
no, it's
But I don't hug either. They don't hug me either.
Oh,
But it's
Oh,
funny
mine
that you wouldn't
Mine do.
realise, you don't realise how tactile you are until you haven't got somebody to hold.
yeah.
it is
And,
so
and even
true.
just saying,
true.
I'm going to shops, or I'm just going out to dinner, or I'm meeting a friend, and all of that. It's the weirdest thing to have stopped that. And I did, you know, last night I had a conversation with John Culshaw, and we were talking, and he took me around his house virtually. It was really quite. It was a funny thing to do, but it was quite nice. But at the end of the conversation, I felt quite empty, because I thought, oh, this is. I need more. I need more than virtual conversation.
Well, I just got to say, all I get is, leave me alone. Don't talk to me now.
Oh,
We don't know what to
well, Ciara, I get ready in the morning. I have a shower. I do my hair. I do my makeup. I get dressed, and then I go out to the nearest hotel and I have lunch with all my friends, and then I come back.
Champagne.
Show.
Oh, it sounds wonderful.
And
I get back
to know?
going insane.
Can I go back to an important
Yeah.
issue in the cocktails?
Oh yeah, what happened
Well,
to
the
the
thing is, Ciara,
cocktail?
what's your cocktail, Ciara? What's yours?
What do we have? This is Mons's.
Old-fashioned.
Introduced me to this.
Fabulous.
Yeah.
Right.
Really
Now
nice.
the
What is
Wonderbird
in that, Mom?
cocktails.
What is in it?
Well,
What is in it?
whiskey, and then I don't know.
Yes, you do.
Do I?
Yeah, of course. This is all-
Whiskey and
Orange peel and
There's nothing on this. You should read.
no.
No.
Oh, that sounds
Lovely, though.
lovely. I might have
Will
to
you
try
guys
that.
come back and see us soon?
Yes, we will.
Of course. Thank you.
please.
Thank
And
you.
sing
I
for us
love that
again.
song.
Yeah, we
So
do.
lovely.
Beautiful.
Lovely song,
Mons.
Mons. I think you should release that as a single. Oh, they've gone.
Definitely.
Are they back?
No.
They've
They're
gone.
there.
Right.
I
then.
think
No,
so.
they're there. They're there.
Oh, they're
Okay,
still
where
there.
are the cocktails, Debbie?
they're here. I'm going to show them to you. Do you want to know what a Wonderbirds cocktail is?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, a Wonderbirds cocktail made by Roddy is whiskey, orange, mint, bitters, sparkling water, and it says pour it over ice. So I've got our glasses here, girls. 1, 2.
Wait a minute, you've got
4
What?
glasses.
What do you mean? Where's
no,
Where
we're
else?
not there.
We're
not
of course,
there.
but we're virtually having a drink together. So look, I'm pouring
we're
it
not.
over.
No, we haven't got one.
I'm
Jerry,
pouring it over.
There's nothing
all of us.
outside.
And now
All
we're
right.
going to have that. I've poured 4 of them now, and now there's some lovely ice in it.
Where have you gone with those cocktails?
What?
And
he's
now
having
we're
them
gonna
all,
taste it.
Sherry.
Go on, tell us what it's like now.
It
Cheers.
tastes absolutely.
That's really
delicious.
bad.
Okay,
Actually,
so
I think
now
it's a
we
bit
get
more-
ours, do we?
Possibly.
Debbie's
Can you-
gonna,
Yes,
you-
you do. I'm going to have
But
yours
she-
as well. That's the next one. Put this one down. Hold on. And now I'm going to have Sherry's. Hold on a minute.
Jerry, this
The
is
next
worse
one
than the
down.
guinea
Hold on a minute,
pigs.
1 second. And now I'm
This
going
is
to
worse
have
than guinea
Harriet.
pigs.
No. What?
No,
And now I'm going to have these.
he's having
Outrage.
and
Pure
raging.
outrage.
And they are. I'm so glad you girls have joined me for cocktails.
You know what I'm drinking? Debbie, I'm drinking this awful tea you made me get, and you're having my cocktail.
Well, darling,
Hot water
okay.
and lemon juice.
No.
You've got to give some and you've got to take some. But I want to say thank you to my gorgeous daughter. Thank you, Ciara. Thank you,
Thank
Albie.
you,
And
Mum.
thank you,
Thank you, Ciara.
Thank you, Måns.
Thank you for singing to us all.
Beautiful song.
And I hope you make me a bed. Can you make me a bed, Måns, when you're finished?
definitely. What do you want it to look like?
Because he's very handy. We haven't told you that, but he's very handy. I don't know. I'll send you a drawing
Please do.
when I.
I'm going to say thank you for our cocktails that we didn't get, that Debbie is now consuming live.
She's now drinking them
Precisely.
all.
Thanks, Roddy. I think I'm getting a bit. I think Easter is. I think I should go home. I am home. I think I need to get. I think I'm going.
Oh, I've had
No,
enough.
wait, she is.
Goodbye, everybody.
This is outrageous.
This
She
is
doesn't
really
know
wrong,
where she
isn't
is.
it?
That's terrible, isn't it?
She's-
I'm not
she's
ever
taken
gonna
up-
speak to her ever again until
Thieved.
Monday.
That's right.
He thieved our
Outrageous.
cocktails. I've got
Yes.
this filthy tea that's like
Yeah,
dustbin water, and she's drinking my cocktail. That's it. I'm done.
that is
My
outrageous.
cocktail.
Happy
Everybody-
Easter.
Bye.
Bye.